the Buffalo Bills take down the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in one of the most insane games ever, honestly, for many, many, many different reasons. And honestly, it was all because of that bad man right there. I know people were getting ready to just pounce and be like, oh, Josh Allen's not that good. You see that interception? What about that? And then you recognize what this man has to do to get this team over the hump. Just insane. Absolutely, positively insane. 6 total touchdowns. 19 for 30. 317 yards, 10.6 yards per attempt, 3 touchdowns, had the 2 interceptions. The one, definitely his fault. The other, not really his fault. I don't know what they keep trying to do. They keep putting Josh Allen in positions to fail. They refuse to run the ball. Going into the second quarter, midway through the second quarter, James Cook had 5 carries for 10 yards with a 6-yard long. Josh Allen was the leading rusher, 6 carries for 40 yards. This man has to constantly make insane throws all throughout the game. That scramble throw to Shavers, someone who people don't even know who the heck he is. I mean, his second wide receiver too is James Cook. I mean, just a crazy, crazy game. This game had it all because it had both brilliant play calling and both awful play calling where you're just like, there's nothing for Josh Allen to do. Josh Allen's 3rd and long. He has to scramble, run, and then has to do a lateral because that's what they have to do because there's no other options for this man to work with. There's no ever easy layups. And then when he occasionally does get a nice little layup, like a screen pass or the beautiful play call to Cook for the touchdown. And I forget who was it? I think it was it Johnson who had the one screen pass. It's like, great, do more of that. Nope. We can't. We can only do that like every once in a while. And when we do, it's amazing. It's awesome. Otherwise, no, it's brutal. Josh Allen just has to keep scrambling, buying time, constantly looking for that big throw. I mean, they rushed for 202 yards. Tucker was Tucker was Bijan Robinson, Gibbs, Saquon Barkley combined. I mean, the Bills would have lost this game, honestly, if anyone else was their quarterback. If anyone else was just like, hey, I'm a traditional quarterback, I'm going to call hike. Yeah, I can scramble a little bit and make some throws, but you lose this game. The Bucs had a ton of offensive momentum. Fortunately for them, Baker Mayfield gave them, one of his signature easy interceptions. So that was a great pick by the Buffalo Bills. Immediately turned that into points. I think it was like the next play or 2 plays later, turned that into the touchdown. I think that was the Cook touchdown, but he was 16 for 28, 173, 6.2 yards per attempt. He had some nice scrambles. He didn't play bad. I think that box score is slightly misleading. I think he played pretty well. This was obviously, though, was led by the run game. No doubt about it. But Baker Mayfield obviously having a fumble, having an interception, it is what it is. And that's with Josh Allen. When he does make some of these mistakes or throws a bad ball, it's like the weight is constantly on this man's shoulders to constantly do. I mean, look, think about it. They won 44-32. 44-32. And they didn't even have 100 rushing yards. And in fact, they really only had, 57 yards? 57 yards, not counting Josh Allen's 40. So think about it. That's what this game, they belong 44 points. 44 points, and in the run game, they only had 57, if my math is doing it real fast in real time, 57 yards when you subtract, of course it's 57, 97 minus 40. I was doing a different way to do it that made me less sure. It's just crazy. It really is. Really, really is. But, I mean, that's why you never count out this Buffalo Bills team because you literally got Josh Allen. I mean, they had 13 passing first downs and only 4 rushing first downs. Reverse, 13 rushing first downs for the Bucs, 6 for passing for the Bucs. 3 for 4 in the red zone. Again, Josh Allen specials, honestly. Got dominated in the time of possession, 24-53 to 35. And that was part of the point. Part of it was like, at sometimes they're scoring too fast and you got to give the defense a break here, especially with the Bucs constantly keep running the ball and staying on the field. But to get dominated in the time of possession and still hang 44 and have no run game, Josh Allen, again, averaging 10.6 yards per attempt. I mean, just crazy. Just crazy. I gotta like rewatch this game because this game was so. You're watching this game and it was so frustrating. Coleman's not playing. Josh Allen's from the jump is asked to be a superhero, but then again has the bad interception, has the bad moment, and you're just like, is this just gonna be too much? And then you can't stop the run game, and then you have a nice play by the Bills, they score, but then they immediately give up points right back, and you're just like, this is going to be an exhausting game. You literally need a superhero, and that's what they got. They got superhero play from Josh Allen, a couple great play calls and play designs, and make no mistake about it, they really weren't able to run the ball until the very end of the game, after they had already gone up, before Josh Allen's final touchdown. Then they started to be able to run the ball. So really like 20 or so yards from James Cook came from like near the end of the game to finally push it up to 2 scores. But prior to that, it was just non-existent. I mean, it was genuinely non-existent. It was at the halftime. 5 carries for 10 yards with a 6-yard long, and Allen was 3 carries for 14 yards. Whereas the Bucs had 136 rushing yards at half. I mean, think about that. It's insane. Yeah. I don't know, man. This Buffalo Bills team is it's a wild year right now for everyone involved. Wild year. But yeah. A much needed win. But I don't know if this game necessarily makes you feel better. I mean, you're not like, all right, Buffalo Bills back, because you still see this team just saying, hey, we need Josh Allen to be a monster. We need him to be a monster. And I think that's always going to be uncomfortable, because when you rely on your quarterback to be a monster game after game after game, you're going to have some bad plays. You're going to have some bad throws. You're going to have some mistakes. It's just a sheer numbers game. If you ask Steph Curry to shoot the ball 100 times a game, he's going to miss a lot of shots. It's the way it works. So if the Buffalo Bills can just find a way to take some of the weight off of Josh Allen's shoulders, my goodness, it could be a lot better. I mean, your defense finally makes a stop, and then you fumble the punt return. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, those are the things that end up being devastating. But Josh Allen said, no, not today. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about that bad man leading the Buffalo Bills 44-32, taking down the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.